Hello students, your topic for today is parliamentary form of government. So the parliamentary form of democracy is also known as the cabinet form of government or the responsible government. It refers to the system of governance in which the citizens elected representatives to the legislative parliament are there, and the parliament is responsible to make the decisions and laws for the state. It is also directly answerable to the people. As a result of the elections, the party with the greatest representation forms the government. Its leader becomes the prime minister and performs various executive functions along with the members of parliament appointed by the prime minister to the cabinet. So the parties who lose the elections form the minority and serve as opposition in the parliament. These parties challenge the decisions of the party in power. The Prime Minister may be removed from the power in case the members of the parliament lose confidence in him. Attempts to create a system of parliamentary democracy were seen in the European Revolution of 1848, but this did not lead to any consolidated system. Parliamentary democracy came to be in 1989 and developed throughout the 20th century. Features of parliamentary form of government. So the head of the state and the head of the government are different under the parliamentary form of government. The head of the state is usually the president or monarch, and he has only ceremonial powers. The head of the government is generally prime minister and he is vested with the real power. So it can be either bicameral with two houses or unicameral with one house. A bicameral system usually consists of a directly elected lower house, which in turn elects the upper house. The powers of the government are not completely separated. The lines between the legislature and the executive are blurred as executive forms part of the legislature. This system is also characterized with the majority party rule, but no government can be 100% majority, and the parliament also consists of the opposition. So the council of ministers in this system are collectively responsible to the parliament. The lower house of the parliament can even dismiss the ruling government by passing no confidence motion in the house. Most of the time, in this form of government, the cabinet proceedings are kept secret and are not meant to be divulged to the public. Now, advantages to the parliamentary form of government. The first is that there is a better coordination between the legislature and the executive. This is because executive is part of the legislature and most members of the lower house support the government. Thus, in parliamentary system, there is lesser tendencies of disputes and conflicts, which makes it comparatively easier to pass legislation and implement it. This type of government is more flexible as it required the prime minister can be changed. For instance, in UK during the Second World War, Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain was replaced by Winston Churchill. The parliamentary democracy allows representation of diverse groups. This system gives opportunities to various diverse ethical, racial, linguistic, and ideological groups to share their views and enable making of better suitable laws and policies. Since the executive is responsible to the parliament, it has the power to keep a check upon the activities of the executive. Moreover, the members of the parliament can move resolutions, discuss matters, and ask questions of public interest to put pressure on the government. This enables responsible governance. So, parliamentary system prevents autocracy. This is because the executive is responsible to the legislature and it is possible to vote out the prime minister through a no confidence motion. Thus, power does not get concentrated in hands of only one person. In case no confidence motion is passed, the leader of the state invites the opposition to form the government. Thereby, this system provides an alternative government. Now, the disadvantages of the parliamentary form of government. So, the parliamentary system also has certain disadvantages. These are first, because of the party fragmentation, the legislatures cannot exercise their free will and vote as per their own understanding and opinions. Rather, they have to follow the party policy. The system might lead to legislatures who intend to enter the executive only. They are largely unqualified to legislate, which can hamper the working of the government. Since the executive formed of the members of the winning party, it is not the experts who head the departments. Since in parliamentary system, tenure of the council of minister is completely dependent upon their popularity, there is no fixed tenure. Because of this, they often hesitate to take bold and long-term policy decisions. Such government might prove to be unstable. This is because the government exists only as long as they maintain majority support in the house. Many a times when coalition parties come into power, the government is short-lived and dispute arises. Because of this, the executive puts all of its focus upon staying in power rather than for worrying about the welfare of the people and state of affairs. That's all. Thank you.